Hello YouTube. This is your friendly neighborhood Minecraft YouTuber Ender Steve. I'm back after a little hiatus, and I want to start off this video by just apologizing to anyone who has been waiting for this video. I know I kind of teased it and posted on Reddit a couple days ago, and I've just been trying to record this video pretty much ever since. So hopefully this one will be the best, the best version of it so far. But yeah, this is the hyper efficient, super compact gold farm. You might be thinking to yourself, how in the world this would be compact, but because of the way that pigment spawning works, you need to have as many portals as you want, or as many portal blocks as you can get in a certain amount of space. I guess the amount of space doesn't really matter, but I wanted to keep it as small as possible. So these 4 outside portals are each 23 by 23, which is the max size, so I figured I would stop there, and each one closer to the center is 1 or 2 thinner. So in total you're going to be getting 17,640 portal blocks, which is very nice for the size of this farm. And the way that everything works basically is they spawn on this platform of obsidian. You can see there's also no gaps in between the portals, which basically doubles the amount of portal blocks, which is also another plus of this farm. But basically they spawn on this platform, and our buddy right here, the snow golem, shoots at them, and they all kind of funnel into here. So every time he shoots one, all of the zombie pigmen that are currently spawned on this platform will then run to the center. Any ones that are spawned after that first zombie pigman is shot, they will continue to stand there until they get hit by a snowball. So if you see any still standing there, those just happen to have spawned like a second after the first one was hit, so it wasn't part of the first group. It'll then just be part of the second group. So yeah, that's basically how this bad boy works. You'll be getting about 8 pigmen spawning every 50 seconds, so every minute or so about. And that will not fill up the mob cap 100%, which is one of the good things about this build. So you'll never be reaching mob cap, you'll never be losing any efficiency. The only real issue is that the snow golem kind of loses aggro for a minute or a minute and a half sometimes, and that's not really a problem at all. It just means that the zombie pigmen will kind of continue to spawn on here for a minute and a half, and then they will kind of all herd into the middle once the snow golem regains aggro. Don't exactly know why this happens, but it's never longer than a minute or 2 minutes, and when I did the math, it would take about 10 minutes for the spawn cap to be reached with this farm, so you never really have to worry about losing any efficiency, which is one of the main things about this farm that is good, the efficiency. But yeah, uses a 22 block fall, just like a lot of other XP farms do. If you wanted to automate things fully, instead of like a semi-AFK design like it is now, you could put carpets down. You would put 2 by 3 of carpets right here, pistons on this side, 3 pistons on this side, and just have a redstone signal going in a circle with repeaters. So this half would be powered, the redstone would come around to this side, power these 3, and it would shift the carpets back and forth. You would throw your tridents on the carpets, and then that would just kind of kill all the mobs. And that would be a really good idea, but I didn't choose to go with that with this video because I'm not an expert on those just yet. Hopefully I'll have a video on them soon. But yeah, I just used the 22 block fall, which is pretty much the standard mob XP farm design. just put that on the bottom of this big block of obsidian, and that pretty much is the farm. So I'm going to go ahead and run this for a minute or two. You can see they start to spawn very quickly. That one spawned pretty much right in front of our eyes. Come around to this side. Not yet. Now you don't need to be like super close to this farm. Another thing you would want to do is build this way up in the sky so that there's no other place for any mobs to spawn. So you can see right here, they are all getting aggroed into the center. You can see there wasn't too many kind of built up just yet, so there's only, let's see, it looks like there's almost 8 already. So yeah, it was about a minute. There's about 10 guys that spawned up there. And you just go ahead and kill them as soon as they get down there. Get all the XP and all the items and other stuff. We'll just get sucked up into the hoppers. So it's a pretty standard design. If you've seen one of my other mob farms, this bit right here is pretty much the same all around. It's just hoppers leading to a chest. You need this middle block free so you can walk up and reach the back guys. So you definitely want to move your chest over just one and have all the hoppers going into the left right there or into the right one, whichever you choose. If you guys would like, leave a comment down there. I can make a tutorial on a fully AFK design. This does not give XP, at least at the moment. But yeah, I could do that in a video too. But we're going to be doing this guy for right now. This is definitely not going to be one of these shorter videos. Let me go ahead and turn mob spawning off just for now. But to get right into it, you basically build up your collection chamber. Same thing as always, just hoppers into chest. Let me grab some glass. This part is definitely the most tedious, so you're going to want to build up 23 blocks, 22 from the top of the hoppers. So we're just going to do that because we're going to save on all materials. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And this is the amount of blocks that the mobs need to fall in order to be left with 1 health. See over here, that is exactly what we got over here. Yep. So if they stand right here, and if they were to fall down, they would only be left with half a health. And that is assuming that they don't, the armor reduction isn't acting weird. Now in Legacy Edition, the armor rating kind of randomizes fall damage. So because zombies have two points of armor just normally, they may just not take fall damage, they may take less fall damage. So sometimes you might have to hit a couple of them more than just once, which is not a problem. Just get a stone sword, and for the most part you one-shot all of them. And then if you've seen my AFK fish farm video, then you could use these two in conjunction and just get very good items very quickly. Get multiple sets of them for going in the nether and stuff like that, because it's always risky business. But yeah, this is the drop chute for all of the pigmen. This is just going to be where all your zombie pigmen are funneled for you to then basically murder them all. So you're going to just take out these first 3, and that's just going to be where you're going to stand right there. Might as well put some trapdoors all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these will catch all the XP, make sure the XP doesn't glitch out and get stuck in these hoppers, which is really annoying. And then you want to put 3 right there as well, so the baby pigmen can't get out. And yeah, that is that for right now. This is going to be the bottom of the the bottom of the the kind of funneling mechanism. I don't know what you would call it. Not really a mechanism, but this is going to be bottom of the water flow. So you're just going to build out 2. So this is a 3 wide hole. You're just going to have 2 bits of glass around the entirety of that. And then outside of that, you're going to want to make a 2 high wall. And this is just so that your zombies do not aren't able to get back out of this, because that would never be good. And you would just have zombie pigmen running all over the place and not actually getting funneled into your kill chamber. So you're going to want to make this 2 high, and then above this is going to be the start of our kind of obsidian platform, which is going to take a minute. But yeah, that's that. Let me go ahead and just put this in right here. So that's going to be the place for our snow golem to kind of sit, and that's going to be even with the obsidian. So let me go ahead and take that out. First we're going to go around this whole entire ring. So I'm going to try and cut down the time of this video as much as possible. So if you ever see me kind of not talking or anything like that, or if you if you notice that I'm not talking, I'm just trying to might be rushing a little bit, and do apologize for that in advance. But yeah, you're going to want to go around the outside of this entire obsidian ring with trapdoors, and then on the snow golem platform you're also going to want to put more trapdoors. Trapdoors are very necessary for a lot of mob farms. They are a little expensive, but they are the best block for mob farms. That and water, I would say, water blocks. So that's going to be our little spot for our snow golem. We're going to go ahead and put stone block slabs as our roof, just in case any lightning decides to strike. And we might as well put our snow golem in there now. Take the pumpkin. Don't need that anymore. Just going to put him in there really quick and just close it off. So another really important part of this farm, let me find the front. Front is right here. Doesn't really matter too much, but I like everything to be the same way. So those trapdoors are going to make it so that as soon as he hits a zombie pigman with a snowball, he's going to aggro to a different zombie pigman. And that's really important because, as I was saying before, the zombie pigman will only be aggroed if a zombie pigman on the platform already is hit before or after they've been spawned. So any zombie pigmen spawn after the first guy gets hit with the snowball, they will just kind of stand around and do nothing, like I explained before. So the fact that he will only hit each zombie pigman once is really good, because he will switch to another one and grab all the new ones that just spawned. So that's very important. You want to put these trapdoors all around here. It also stops baby zombie pigmen from getting in there. Even though they won't jump, so you never really had that issue in the first place with these fences here. But I don't know, just in case, I guess. So there we go, that's that. Next thing we got to do is get out some signs. This is really important for this design. So this is the front. We're going to put these on the side, so it kind of makes them harder to see if you're standing in front. I like to be able to see everything going on. I don't want anything blocking my view. We're just going to have them going all around this top ring right before the fall into our chamber, into our killing chamber. And then we're going to have to put another layer of signs as well. So go around and crouch place signs all around. Bang, bang, boom. And this is going to stop the water from actually flowing into our killing chamber, because that would obviously make it not work. So then you're just going to take your 4 buckets of water, boom, 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 and boom. So that's all you need for this bit right here. And now we get on to the kind of tedious part, I would say. So for this, we're actually going to take out these corner bits and just put those there. So it's going to be eight portals for each side. So it's going to be 8 corner pieces. So we're just going to bring this out 8. So that's 1. It's our first group of portals. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's perfect right there. We're not running into anything. We're going to do the same thing on every side. This will make it really easy to fill in with obsidian. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do that again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this will make it so there's 21 blocks in between these 2 bits of glass, making it 23 by 23 square. Whoops. Put that back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here we go. You can just skip through all of this part if you want to, but I might go over some important information while I'm doing this, because I do tend to kind of ramble while I'm doing this kind of thing, just to entertain you guys a little bit. But yeah, if you're doing this on survival, it might be a good option to kind of make a big flat platform and then just fill it all in with lava, and you would make that platform right here, put the lava blocks right here, and then just put a bunch of water, get really comfortable for half a second, just because of that sound that's made, that that's always the best. And yeah, that'd probably be your smartest move for survival. This is something you might only build super late game, because like I was saying before, you do need 1600 blocks of obsidian, so it's not necessarily the cheapest. But if say you had those 1600 blocks of obsidian, this would be the most efficient use of those blocks. So hey, might as well. And this could be something you could save up for. I know I like to plan out my worlds sometimes. I'm currently going to do that because I also am kind of announcing that I have a new PSN if you guys ever want to add me. It's going to be Ender-Steve-YT, so Ender Steve YouTube pretty much. And you guys can add me on PSN. I'll probably have a community at some point. But yeah, if you guys are ever playing, maybe I'll have like a world that I'll play with subscribers with, which would be really cool. I think that'd be a good way to interact with all you guys. But yeah, I'm going to be planning out my whole survival series pretty much. I got a new account, so I'm going to be getting all the different achievements, and that's going to be my first Let's Play. It's just going to be 100%ing Minecraft for PS4. But yeah, let's continue on with the tutorial. So now you've got this whole entire platform set up in your survival world. Next, what you're going to do is on top of these glass blocks, you're just going to build up 21 high columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So you can see right here I built these 2 farms at the same level, so that was actually kind of nice. I can see I'm exactly at the place that I need to be with 1 piece of glass on top. So we're just going to do that with every single one, unfortunately, so it is going to take us a second, but luckily we can fly around and do this pretty quick. I like how this is on Legacy Console, where the blocks are kind of pulled out of your inventory if you're moving really fast, which is very nice for creative. Doesn't really do anything for survival, but very nice for creative. So yeah, we're just going to be going around. These are going to be all the corner blocks for our little farm that we got going on. This is one of the main reasons why this farm is so efficient. It's because all of the portals are connected with other portals, and because they're connected on both sides as well, this is pretty much as efficient as you can get, because every portal has two other portals connected to it. And until we can connect portals like top down, if you know what I'm saying, then this is the most efficient we got. We can't make flat nether portals yet, even though I think that'd be really cool, but just not yet. But yeah, unfortunately, right after right after we're going to be done with this, we're also just going to be doing a lot of the same thing, but it won't take us too long. I was actually surprised at how little time it took us to build the first platform, but nonetheless, the most exciting part is definitely going to be the end of this video, when I actually show this farm running and how much XP you can get. It is quite cool to watch. Because it's semi-AFK, it's not quite as cool to watch as the fully AFK one, which I actually posted the video on, because that's the one I made first. But I feel like the XP version of this farm is more useful, especially if you're going to be using this many resources. You might as well be getting multiple things back. So my first design was just completely AFK. It used entity cramming, which is something I learned from watching Il Mango videos. A really smart guy. But yeah, if you have a certain amount of minecarts and a mob goes into one of those minecarts and all the minecarts are kind of stacked together, he'll take a, I don't even know what you would call it, just suffocation damage. Yeah, suffocation damage, and eventually he would die. So that is an easy way to automate farms, but you just don't get any XP. And you only get certain items as well. So obviously you can't take advantage of looting, which is another good thing about this farm. If you're going to be using looting 3, you're definitely going to have to attach some sort of sorting system onto this farm, because with looting 3 you'll probably get a double chest in about 30 minutes. It's kind of a lot of rotten meat, but a lot of gold nuggets as well, gold bars, and actually the big thing is going to be the gold swords, because they do not stack. But yeah, now that we've got that all settled, we're going to then pretty much mirror the floor of this design. So I'm going to do what we did before, just make a ring. I guess if you wanted to, you could put a bunch of glass up here. I just have it open because it doesn't really matter. You definitely want to put some light sources up here, because it is going to be pretty dark. And I'm not even sure how necessary that is, just because I know the portals give off light. I just don't know how much exactly. But yeah, just throw a few lanterns up here and you'll be set. Yeah, not really much else to say now. I'm kind of almost at a loss for words. I'm kind of impressed. I always feel like I always have something else to say. But yeah, if you're still watching this video, if you're following along, definitely give this video a like. If you're new, definitely consider giving me a subscription. Been doing new tutorials pretty much every other day. If it's not every other day, it's every day. besides the past 2 days, which is the longest I've been without posting. We do post every other day for sure. Ooh, I don't know what just happened right there, but let's just keep going. Ooh, one thing I did forget at the beginning of this video, I do want to give David a huge shout out. He's the first, or I guess second member of the Big Brain Mob. Your first being your boy. But yeah, huge shout out to him. He's always been supporting my videos, so I feel like this is not the first time he's gotten a shout out, but yeah, shout out to you, David. And after we're done with this, after this last line, I think, or these last 2 lines, we are going to be all done with this farm, and we can just watch it run. So yeah, with that is everything. What I'm going to go ahead and do is turn this farm off. So you just want to go ahead and break 1 corner block, and that'll break 2 at a time, which is kind of nice. A little bit laggy, but not a problem. So there we go. It's always laggy on the last ones. So yeah, that is the farm. You can see it's pretty much an exact copy of this one. And yeah, the only other thing you would need to do is just make sure that your platform that you're standing on, which should be very high in the sky, is pretty well lit up. You could just use slabs as well, but because of the world that we're on, I'm just gonna have to put down some torches. And yeah, this is pretty much it. All we have to do now is just go ahead and light this bad boy up. So I'm going to go ahead and take out my flint and steel and just kind of go along and light every single one. You can see it's a little bit buggy. Only these corner blocks seem to be a portal, but this whole thing is filled in with portals, and you can tell that just because if I walk over there in the middle of that portal, you'll see I'll go into the nether. Sorry for all those noises. Just wanted to demonstrate. But you basically just light every single one. Before I turn mob spawning on, I do just want to make sure none of these other farms are on at the moment. I believe this is the only one. Yep. So we're all set to turn this guy on. I'm going to go ahead and grab a stone sword, and then here we go. We're going to turn mob spawning on. Let's see. Yeah, so there's nothing in this chest. While everything starts to work, I'm going to go ahead and get an anvil out. Put looting 3 on this guy, because that would be very good. You can see it's already starting to work. Go ahead and put looting on there. Smack away. So with looting 3, you are going to be getting a whole bunch of different items. The big one that's going to clog up the system is going to be the golden swords, as I said before. But yeah, you can see everything's running smoothly. The snow golem is actually grabbing I'm forgetting the name. He's grabbing the pigmen's attention. You can see they're all trying to attack him right now and getting stuck in the water flow. And see, there's definitely a lot of items. Looting 3, you can see I probably killed about 20 of these pigmen. I already got about a stack of golden nuggets, 2 golden ingots, and a few swords and some with enchantments. To actually get to level 30 on this farm, or with this farm I should say, not including the enchanted swords that you get that you could go ahead and throw in the grindstone, not including those, you would get level 30 in about 9 minutes. The shortest amount of time I got level 30 was 6.5 minutes, which would obviously happen every once in a while. But the median time was about 8 to 9 minutes. So I'll go ahead and just say 9, which is still extremely, extremely quick. And you can see with looting on, the amount of items I'm getting is just ridiculous. I already have 2 stacks of gold nuggets, and it's probably been about 3 minutes. So this is definitely something definitely a farm you might want to consider making in your late game survival world if you need a bunch of activator rails or powered rails or anything like that. I forget which one uses gold. I don't know if both do. I know one of them does. But yeah, this is a pretty good XP farm. I think the only one better right now would be a Guardian farm, which obviously there's a little bit of luck involved in finding one of those. And then obviously it is a huge pain to build. This is pretty much a huge pain to build as well, but I'd say a Guardian farm is a little bit more of a pain just because you have to drain everything, drain the monument, and then build up the actual farm structure and all of that. So yeah, this is a pretty easy farm. You just need to go out and grind a bunch. After that, you pretty much have one of the quickest experience farms in the game. And then if you wanted to, you could stack 2 of these next to each other. But I think you would lose quite a bit of efficiency just because this farm almost reaches the mob cap. Because the snow golem kind of loses aggro for a minute or a minute and a half sometimes, it will almost reach the mob cap. It never will reach the mob cap, but I believe with 2, you would definitely reach the mob cap fairly quick, which could be looked at as a good or bad thing. A good thing in terms of how quickly you'll get items and XP, a bad thing in terms of efficiency. So yeah, this is the design that I went with. You could definitely make it a little bit bigger, like you could put an extra 23 by 23 portal, kind of like starting right here. And then it would just kind of look a little bit different and would have extra portal blocks, and that would definitely raise up the kind of quickness of this farm. But as it is right now, this almost reaches the mob cap, so that is exactly where you want to be at. The snow golem grabs aggro, funnels all the zombie pigment into one spot, and they fall, making it so you can pretty much one-hit them with a stone sword. If you have looting 3, you're pretty much going to be stacking up items. I want to say in 10 minutes we would have filled up this single chest, so you definitely want to put a sorting system on this. And yeah, it does look pretty cool. But yeah, it's just a little expensive. So this has been my tutorial video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too long. I do have to do this all in one take, so that's the only reason why it might be long. I do apologize for that. I'm getting a computer soon, so I'll be able to edit videos and all that, which would be very nice, very good. But yeah, if you made it this far in the video, if you've made this tutorial, or if you've made this farm in your world, in your creative world, or your survival world, feel free to let me know down in the comments how you liked it, if it worked very well for you, or if you have a better design, definitely let me know as well. I'm not the type of person who would get very offended if you said you had a quicker version. As long as you were polite about it, that would be fine. I would love to see it. But yeah, if you made it this far, go ahead and like the video. Like I said before, drop a big brain mob down in the comments for +5 experience. Every day you miss out, that's 5 experience. That's 5 experience you could have had. I don't need to tell you why that's important. But yeah, go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, drop a comment with any feedback or anything else that you want to tell me. Alright, this is Ender Steve with a tutorial video, the gold farm, hyper efficient, all that jazz, and I am signing out. Have a great rest of your day.